The hum of the generator was a constant lullaby in my Gbagada flat, a typical Lagos symphony.
5 years. 5 years of laughter, shared dreams, and late-night calls. That's how long Femi, Simi, and I had been a unit. I had been a unit. We were inseparable, like the three prongs of a strong trident, navigating the chaotic beauty of Lagos together. But lately, that trident felt wobbly. Femi, my brother from another mother, had started to drift, a subtle current pulling him away, leaving Simi and me in its wake. It started small, almost unnoticeable. A missed call here, a vague excuse there. But the silence grew louder with each passing week.
Tunde, I beg, we must see this new Coyote movie at Ikeja City Mall, Simi had chirped, her voice usually bubbling with excitement.
I was keen.
We'd planned it, the usual Friday night ritual.
We called Femi. Omo, I can't make it, he'd said, his voice unusually flat over the phone. Too much work. Manager wants me to clear some backlog. Work? On a Friday night? Femi, the king of weekend G-Boss? A knot tightened in my stomach. We tried again for Saturday, then Sunday. Each time, a new excuse. I'm super tired. Cinema is too expensive these days. His reasons shifted like sand, impossible to grasp. It was like he was actively avoiding us, yet still wanted to seem like he wasn't. Simi noticed it too. What didn't they happen with Femi these days, Tunde? She asked one afternoon as we sat under the shade of a tree near Yaba Underbridge, sharing a plate of roadside suya. The aroma of grilled meat and pepper couldn't mask the worry in her voice. He's always busy, always something. Before, he wouldn't miss our outings for anything. Now it's like we're a bother. I nodded, picking at a piece of beef. I don't know, Simi. He just changed. Remember when I was going through that rough patch a few years back, when everything felt heavy and I couldn't even leave my room? Femi was there, always. Now, it's like that Femi is a ghost. Those were dark times. My head was not right. I barely left my room in my parents' house in Anthony Village. The world outside felt too loud, too demanding. It was Simi who'd visit, bringing me my favorite ofada rice, forcing me to laugh, to remember who I was. And Femi, despite his own commitments, would always check in, a quick call, a reassuring text. He held my hand, metaphorically, through a period where I felt utterly alone. Now, he was the one creating distance. It felt like a betrayal, not of an action, but of a shared history. The contrast was stark, the memory a dull ache in my chest. As Femi receded, Simi and I leaned into each other. We started forging new traditions, finding solace in our shared disappointment. We'd hop on a danfo to explore new markets, haggling for fabrics, laughing at funny encounters. We'd spend evenings at a small buka in Surulere, devouring hot amala and iwedu soup, chatting about everything and nothing. It wasn't the same without Femi, a silent third chair always present in our minds, but we were learning to enjoy our two-person rhythm. Our bond grew stronger, forged in the quiet understanding of a mutual loss and the shared joy of making new memories. Eventually, Simi just said, "You know what? Let's just go for the Coyote movie, Tunde. If he wants to come, he knows. We've asked enough." And so, we did. The cinema was packed, the smell of popcorn and anticipation filling the air. We got our tickets, found our seats, and for 2 glorious hours, we immersed ourselves in the movie. It was good. We laughed, we jumped, we talked about it excitedly afterwards as we navigated the crowded Ikeja City Mall. But even as I smiled, a part of me felt a pang. It wasn't the same without Femi's loud commentary, his exaggerated reactions. It was bittersweet. The next day, Simi casually mentioned the movie in our group chat. That's when the volcano erupted. "So una go see movie without me, Adi?" Femi's message landed like a grenade. After all the years, una just carry Una's selves go. I no believe my eyes, oh! My phone vibrated with more angry texts. I felt a surge of disbelief. Femi, wouldn't be this now? I typed back. We invited you multiple times. You had excuses for everything. We waited for you. What else did you expect us to do? Simi chimed in, calm but firm. Yes, Femi. We even suggested different days and times. You refused. He ignored our explanations, doubling down on his accusations. Una just they sidelined me. I see Una true color. His words stung, sharp, and unfair. It was a classic Femi move. Deflect, blame, act the victim. I felt a mix of anger and profound sadness. How could someone so close, someone who knew our hearts, twist things so completely? We argued back and forth, the group chat alight with frustration. Every attempt to make him see reason was met with more insults. It felt like watching a stranger, not the Femi I knew, the Femi who had been my shield. The Femi who was my brother. I tried one last time, sending him the trailer for another movie we were planning to see. Femi, you should come with us, I beg. No reply. Simi tried too. Silence. Yet, a few hours later, my phone pinged. A TikTok reel from Femi. A funny video, like nothing had happened. Like the heated argument, the hurtful words, the years of friendship meant nothing. This inconsistency, this emotional whiplash was almost worse than the fight itself. It was a casual dismissal, a ghost of a connection that felt more disrespectful than outright anger. The brotherhood felt truly broken then, irrevocably shattered. Days later, I found myself alone at Mama Ngozie's buka in Surulere. The aroma of goat meat pepper soup and jollof rice filled the air, the clatter of plates and chatter, a familiar comfort. But I wasn't comforted. I stared at my plate of egusi soup, the melon seeds a blur. 5 years. All the shared secrets, the late-night escapades, the unwavering support. Was it all just gone? Did it just fade like the setting sun over the third mainland bridge, leaving only darkness? The question gnawed at me. The city hummed around me, indifferent to my internal turmoil, a stark reminder that life moved on even when hearts broke. Simi found me there, as she always did, a beacon of understanding. She sat opposite me, her eyes soft with empathy. "It hurts, doesn't it?" she said, not as a question, but a statement of shared truth. I just nodded, a lump in my throat. Tunde, she continued, sometimes people change, and sometimes the season of a friendship just ends. It doesn't mean it wasn't real. It just means it's time to let go. You've given your all. We've given our all. You can't force someone to be who they used to be or who you want them to be. Her words were a gentle balm, acknowledging the pain but also offering a path forward. Her words resonated, slow and true. The tears I hadn't realized I was holding back finally came, a quiet, mournful stream. It was okay to grieve. It was okay to admit that a friendship I cherished was over. Femi wasn't the brother I knew anymore. He had chosen a different path, a different group, and a different way of showing up, or not showing up. And I had to accept that. It was a bitter pill, but swallowed with Simi by my side, it felt a little less impossible. The realization wasn't a sudden burst, but a slow, painful settling, like dust after a harmattan wind. The silence from Femi persisted, broken only by those sporadic, meaningless TikToks. But the sting lessened with each passing day. Simi and I continued our adventures, our bond strengthened by the storm we'd weathered. We explored Alaba International Market, haggled for fresh fish at Epe, and discovered new spots for the best boli and groundnuts. Life, in its stubborn Nigerian way, moved forward. I learned that true friendship isn't about longevity alone, but about presence, respect, and mutual effort. And sometimes letting go of what was makes space for what truly is. And what truly is, with Simi, is enough. The ghost of our brotherhood still lingers sometimes, a faint echo in the back of my mind when a certain song plays or an old memory surfaces. But it no longer haunts me. I've learned that not all stories have a happy ending, but every ending can be a new beginning. My heart found peace in knowing I gave it my all and in cherishing the genuine connection that remained. Lagos, with its unending rhythm, taught me that even in the midst of loss, new connections bloom, and sometimes the best lessons are learned when a once bright flame finally flickers out, leaving space for a new light to shine.